lights! Turn on the lights!
Number 10. Witches are often found in darkness, but in the broad light of day, somehow that's even scarier. This footage was published in July 29. This video shows a witch spotted in Mexico. A man is shown exploring the ruins. A little does he go over his left shoulder at a short distance, glides the shadow of a witch. At first it does not convince that there is something creepy. But as they turn around and walk back towards the entrance, the figure appears again. This time not lurking in the shadows, or rather in the light of day, the men are aware of its presence, this time. And as they start to exclaim, the witch takes flight up and away. The video is certainly blurry, which means determining what this figure actually is quite difficult. Number 9. Sometimes it's best that certain things remain invisible to the human eye. This video was taken at the haunted Queen Anne Hotel in San Francisco, originally posted on YouTube in March of 2014. The creator writes, "I have been listening to creepy stories and been watching YouTube videos about ghost investigations and experiences since they existed, which resulted in me paying more attention to my surroundings, heightening my awareness. The Queen Anne Hotel has some history, located on Sutter Street in San Francisco, initially built as a girls' boarding school. The Queen Hotel is said to be haunted by the former headmistress. Mary Lake booked a room for 410 is believed to be the most haunted room in the building. The uploader of the video booked this room to stay in overnight in preparation for this day. She bought a thermal camera for her iPhone. She duly notes that the hotel is charming as hacked, and she didn't feel anything particularly unsettling while there. That is until she checks 410 with the camera. She tested out her thermal camera on her husband, on electrical sockets, water lines, and other hot and cold spots that she entered the bathroom, pointing her thermal camera shower curtain. She started to see a figure in the thermal footage next to her that she believed appeared from behind the curtain. As you can see, there is their own thermal image and its reflection, and not too far away right beside it, another full-sized finger. Mary Lake herself, when going through pictures she took her through the uploader, also discovered this creepy face in the wallpaper. Do you see it? It's almost like the room is watching you. Number 8. Probably heard that name, as La Llorona has become the legend, especially in Mexico and Latin America, where this video has been getting a ton of attention. This clip, which has been racking up millions of views. You can see a figure sloping across the forest with very slow movements. Many have claimed this is the infamous legend. The flickering effect of the video makes me question the authenticity of it. So, what do you think about this clip? Number 7. Often fancy, a woman dressed in all whites is connected to some local events, and this spotted in rural areas, usually due to some horrifying events. In the Philippines they are known as Caparosa East Coast women. Frequent storytelling, particularly horror and mystery story, is often spotted roaming the country, with Quezon City the lady in Awada Valley Drive in one of the most famous. This particular long-hair lady is believed to have passed away during a drive. Many taxi drivers pulling the graveyard shift claim to have seen the lady in white. It looks as a beautiful woman requesting a lift. When she gets into the cab and they start driving the cab, when driver sees into the rearview mirror, he realizes the beautiful woman's face is not what it originally seen. That is terrifying. This footage was published in April of 2019 by GMA Public Affairs. The episode originally aired in March. Of that scene here shows a live shot of the graduation, which will lead away to tense in spirit, as the graduates filed in lines outside at night performing their graduation. So look, it is on the building's roof just beyond them. The lady in white is perched above, and no one below seems to take any notice. Number 6. In this footage, a man, after locking up his shop prom tonight, store owner Norman Hurst, found a box of fruit snacks in the middle of the stacks, clear and away from its original position. This led him to check his surveillance footage, which has revealed the previous owners may not have been too far off the news. They had warned him that this shop was haunted. Being a skeptic first, he thought nothing of it, but then odd things began to unfold. The CCTV footage reveals just one of them. Video showed us the packet thrown quite hard to land where they were found on the grounds. No one was in the area when this occurred. In fact, no one was in this store when this incident happened shortly before midnight, when the store was empty. Paranormal detectives were called in to investigate the matter. The box appears to have been thrown with force into the center of the aisle. The staff said that no string were included. Number 5. This video published in February of 2009 by Doug Furman. Once you see your reflection take on a life of its own, you'll wish this video never existed. The video at first appears normal. A man and his reflection are less angled accurately in relation to each other. That is until this bizarre moments where the reflection comes to life. Seeing this video may be very chilling, as YouTuber Sophie Bell notice in the comments. The creepy thing is, unless you're looking at it, all you can see is yourself. You never know if your reflection is looking back at you. And looks like in the moment it will come out and will kill you. So, is it some creepy event or some smart camera trick? You decide. Number 4. An agent was forced into a lockdown territory. That's what this video apparently portrays. The video shows the agent entering a dark and deserted apartment block. His walkie-talkie apparently has gone on his other agents, but he doesn't speak into it.
Jerry, it seems our comms are broken. I can't hear a word they're saying.
He opens the door to an empty bathroom. Nothing was there. He opens the door to an empty room. All that's inside is what appears to be a square red mat on the floor. A light sort of spotlights the mat as he aged and continues to lead seriously in the darkness. Correspondents are regularly heard on the walkie-talkies. Suddenly the agent starts to panic even more.
Jerry, your heart rate is spiking again. Is there any way you can let me know if you're okay? Jerry.
When he is awake, he starts to looping and kicking in the darkness. You can see why the creepy figure of a girl with a long black hair dressed in white is creeping toward him as he tries desperately to move away. The girl only continues to slowly approach. The camera falls white screening for a moment to capture one last shot of the girl, and why completely on top of him. Well, the agent may have been searching for survivors in the darkness. He probably regrets finding this one. Number 3. In this video, a boy is possessed by a spirit. The boy sits on chair. He shakes his head making demonic voices. While the man continues to chant, the boy starts to rock with the music, his body shaking more and more madly. Eventually the man puts a hand on his head, and the song stops. The boy's gasping for breath. Then another man spray him in the face with a spray bottle of some liquid, seems like holy water. The man continues in his chair, guiding the board and moving him around vigorously. He was quiet for a while. Not long after, you're screaming from the other side of the room. Finally, you could see where it's coming from, another woman also appearing to be possessed. It looks really creepy. Number 2. There are many poltergeists on top 10s, but this one is particularly aggressive. A major malfunction writes, person captures this scary event as poltergeist takes over the room. The video begins in complete chaos as the light from an overhanging fan flashes on and off while the fan is going. Then on the wall, a picture in its frame starts to bang. A moment later, a cup levitates off the table, flings up into the air, and then falls to the floor. The man taking the video gets the heck out of there. That's right, put as many miles as you can between you and that poltergeist. Number 1. It gets some legends out, some basis in reality, published in 2007 by Heather Stone. This video shows creepy bridge jumper Rose Road in Livonia, Georgia. Apparently there are several crybaby bridges in the state of Georgia. They're a thing of legend. This is one of those selections. Don't be fooled by the modern concrete bridge linking the county's two sides. The old Irish bridge still stands alongside it, and that's where the haunting happens. The video shows a group of friends investigating the local legends. According to the video, the story goes that a new mother was riding home in a carriage with her newborn baby. And as they crossed the bridge, of course became jumped up, causing the carriage to tip over. And the occupants both lost their lives. From there, you might hear a baby cry, or haunting horse hooves on the road, or you might just see the woman in white searching for her baby over the bridge. When you come to hear her, she disappears. Well, the group's any of this you're about to find though. The group arrives on the bridge, exits the vehicle, and one of the girls screams the necessary word.
What?
Go for it, Tiffany. Yeah, sure, you can do it.
Kill your baby, lady!
The car doors lock. The car alarm that goes off. It sounds as though it's going haywire.
What?
What?
What's going on?
What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh.
God.
Oh, you are kidding.
God.
Oh my gosh.
Get in the car.
Old Clever back into the vehicle, and as the driver is attempting to turn on the lights, you see the finger of a woman's head on the bridge, screaming, and lots of it.
Oh my god. Oh, turn on the lights. Turn on the lights! Turn on the lights!
Although there are plenty of naysayers in the comments, at least to attest to the validity of the scroll's claims, Brand and Child Note live over here by this. It used to hearing screaming girls and sometimes guys in the middle of the night, but I do believe there's something about that bridge weird stuff, man. Weird is enough.